I'm Jimmy, and it's Christmas Eve. It's the one night of the whole year that we act a little nicer, we smile a little easier, we cheer a little more. We are the people that we always hoped we could be. So originally I had thought about opening this episode with some fun Susie and Christmas rhymes, but instead I went inspirational, even though, yeah, it's from Scrooged. Well, what can I say? I'm a simple man with simple wants. Kinda like a Santa Wooly Willy. This is dog. And speaking of Santa, ever notice when you see Santa give presents in these Christmas movies, it's always lame like rocking horses and Cupid dolls? You never see Santa give away anything good unless he's the Santa in a service merchandise ad, because that Santa gotta make the papers. So like I said, it's Christmas Eve, and I'm just sitting up waiting for old Saint Nick, and I figured you might be doing the same thing too, so I figure, hey, why don't we do it together? So we are unveiling a new bit of technology here tonight, and it's called the Santa Tracker. And there it is. As you can see, it is very fancy and pretty self-explanatory. So let's see. If you are in the Atlantic Ocean, well, best get the to bed. There's a Santa in your driveway.
Santa is heading for Newport, Rhode Island, United States in 2 minutes, 14 seconds.
Well, that's a thing it does, apparently. Ah, the joy and wonder of artificial intelligence. Such a precious technology we shouldn't be wasting, but keep using it to make thirst traps of yourself on Facebook. I mean, by all means. So the question remains, what do I make for Santa when he gets here? Because I'm not doing the cookies thing. That's what any Tom, Dick, or Mary would do. I'm different. I'm Jimmy. I got 5-year-old Nickelodeon ketchup in my refrigerator. Say, oh my God, I'm in my kitchen. I'm breaking new ground. Well, let me think. What can I leave for old Saint Nick? Maybe a Carvel Santa cake? A little scoop of Little Debbie Christmas tree ice cream on top of a Little Debbie Christmas tree cake on top of a Little Debbie inflatable pool float? They make that. Holiday chicken McNuggets. You know you can't scrimp on the cranberry and apple spice sauce. America's sweetheart Lindsay Lohan says we should leave out Pepsi and milk. And she calls it Pilk. Oh, Lindsay, everybody knows Santa only drinks Coke. Maybe I should leave out Lindsay for Santa. I'll put her right by my tree.
That is one dirty soda, Santa.
Actually, you know what? I think I'll just keep this. Also, if you're unable to find Little Debbie Christmas cakes in the store, well, that's because I bought them all. These are chocolate. McDonald's holiday pie. Yeah, maybe I'll just have one of these while I continue to think about it. Or maybe I'll DoorDash about 15 more. Oh no, I just kept naming off yummy things, and I ended up eating everything! Even my Delta 8s! Which is probably why I ate everything! There's gotta be something here left for Santa. Let's look! Hey. No problem. So for most of my childhood, Wilton cake pans were kind of a big thing. The cake pan aisles were absolutely littered with these things, and they were full-on productions, man. And some of these were really deep cuts, even for that time. Get a load of this Ziggy pan here. Look at that. It's Ziggy. So does anyone even remember Ziggy? Because when I was a kid, like, you go to Hallmark and Ziggy would be everywhere. And I had this Christmas special that no one talks about called Ziggy's Gift. I had it on VHS. This part isn't even scripted. I'm just completely going off on Ziggy. Yeah, so my mom never really bought into making desserts that were quite that extravagant, so I never got any of those cake pans. She'd just pick up an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen and, well, she'd just call it a day. So Now's my chance. Of course, I never really fancied myself a chef, but I've loved Alf since I was 8 years old. Look at this picture of me here. This was a school photo. The photographer asked me to put the watch up in shot, and my mom absolutely hated it. And eventually, she took the watch away from me. But this pic? Legendary. And if I'm going to make an Alf cake, well, we're going to need some music to bake to. Compliments of the King, circa 1988, and their top-notch Alf puppet and record promotion. Guys, we're cooking with Alf.
If you want to be a chef, then follow me. We're going to cook my favorite recipe. So grab a spatula off the shelf. Come on, mix it up. You're cooking with Alf. Cooking with Alf. We're burning up. We're cooking with Alf. Cooking with Alf. We're hot tonight. We're cooking with Alf. Slice it, dice it, chop and fry. Shake and bake, then liquefy. Roast it, toast it, broil and grill. If this don't taste good, nothing will. Knead it, weed it, spinach rye. Throw it in the air like a pizza pie. Cook a week and then reheat it. And hope that you don't have to eat it. Cooking with Alf. We're burning it up. We're cooking with Alf. Cooking with Alf. We're hot tonight. We're cooking with Alf. Cooking with Alf. We're burning it up. We're cooking with Alf. Cooking with Alf. We're hot tonight. We're cooking with Alf. You're cooking with Alf.
Okay, so now my Alf cake is officially in the oven, and we'll just sit and wait patiently until it's done.
Santa is nearing Knob Lick, Kentucky. Next few stops: Beaver Lick, Broad Bottom, Sugar Tit, Big Bone, Beaver Dam, Old Knob, Moorhead, and last but not least, Load.
Why am I laughing? Oh, that's right, all those Delta 8s. Wait, what's going on? Why am I on the ground? Why is my kitchen full of smoke? Why does it smell? Is that? Oh my God, my Alf cake! I burnt the f***ing cake. Obviously, I was too baked to bake, and I blew it. Now I have nothing to leave out for Santa. Voice? Where is Santa right now?
Santa is pretty near done with the whole kit and caboodle.
He's almost here, and I have nothing. I ruined Christmas. Might as well go to bed and start dreaming about next year and all the past Christmases I never f***ed up and the glorious commercial nostalgia they provided me. Holy shit, he got my letter. But why would he leave me anything? I didn't leave him. Dear Jimmy, thank you for the pilk. I must have set out Pepsi and milk last night for Santa when I was high as f***. You were a good boy this year. You put a lot of stuff behind you. It's good to see you smile and really mean it. Merry Christmas, Santa. P.S. I borrowed your Lindsay Lohan standee. I'll bring it back next year when I'm done with it. And so, as it came to pass, that was the year that Lindsay Lohan saved Christmas. The end. Wow, I was reading that book the entire time. Sometimes, well, you just gotta fake your way out of this shit. And from me, my Alf Watch, Lindsay Lohan, and me at 8 years old, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, disembodied AI voice.
No problem.
Feliz Navidad.